I want to share my story because there's so much silence about it right now, because people are so afraid to share about what their story is, what they're going through. They think that other people are going to judge them and think less of them, but that's not the case at all. And so it is time where every single person who has a mental illness or struggles with anxiety or depression talks about it, because when you're talking about it, then it ends that stigma. So I have had OCD since I was 16 years old. That's when I was diagnosed with it. There were some disturbing thoughts and images that were going through my head, and I couldn't pinpoint why I was having those. And in order to release that buildup of thoughts, I had to say them. So we ended up going to see a psychologist, and he diagnosed me as having OCD. And then shortly after that, I met with a psychiatrist and was put on medication to help with the thoughts and just to slow or hush the thoughts. We're gonna jump about 10 years because during that time I was getting treatment and I was seeing my psychiatrist and things were going pretty well. But really what was the breaking point was when after I had gotten married in June of 2015, I had moved out to Arizona with my husband at that time in July. I was away from my family and my friends, and I started a new job, and everything was just so new that it took a toll on me mentally, but it also took a toll on me physically. And I just remember thinking, this is no way to live. This is everyone is better without me. My parents don't have time to hear me talking about what I'm struggling with. No one wants to hear me repeat these thoughts over and over and over again. My husband doesn't want to listen to it. I can't keep food down. No one understands what I'm going through. And then I had a thought, I just want to die. And I remember calling my mom. And I called my dad and I said, tell me why I should live, because I can't think of anything right now. I would be better off dead. And my mom said, you need to call the suicide hotline. And I said, no, I'm much better than that. I don't need help. She goes, no, you need to call it. And I said, no. And the next thing I knew, I hung up with her. The next thing I knew, the suicide hotline was on the other line with me. And they asked me some questions. Are you okay? Are you safe? And I just cried on the phone, and they said, you need to get to the hospital right now. And I was there for 2 weeks. And it was during that time in the hospital that I was able to get all the tools that I needed to get my medication adjusted. And I felt like everyone in there was family. And I didn't want to be there. I was there for 2 weeks, didn't want to be there, but I knew that I needed to, and I felt so safe. That's when I went to Rogers, and a couple days after I got home from the hospital, that I started in the partial hospitalization group at Rogers for the OCD program. And during that time, I was with so many others that went through, that had thoughts like I had, and we all went through this treatment together, and it was as if they understood what I was going through. I knew what they were going through, and they felt like family. For me personally, the stigma is that if I have a mental illness, that I am not good enough and that I'm a failure, because there are some things that I can't do that other people can. What I'm learning to do is to reframe my thoughts and saying, you know what? I have a mental illness, but I am so strong for being able to function with having an illness, an illness that just doesn't last for a few days, that can last for a lifetime. And I get up every single day going in confidence that I am strong and I am a warrior.